Hi, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to the Let's Keep Moving with Risha podcast. This is Risha. I'm a motivational speaker, content creator, and I love talking about things that will help you keep moving in life, especially on areas like your life, mental health, love, growth, and everything in between. So if you're ready, let's keep moving. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Actually, I wasn't supposed to record a podcast this week. Pero since I made a commitment na kailangan makita ko kayo every week, makapag-usap tayo every week, and I made the commitment that for the next 52 weeks, I'll be showing up here in this platform, then I'm here. And thank you so much for doing the same. I've been reading your comments and yeah, I just feel, especially with the last podcast episode, thank you for sending your love. I really appreciate it. I felt like, those stories I share here in the platform will not be used against me because I know it came from a place of love, and the people who will receive it will also accept that, will learn from it from a place of love as well. And that's so powerful. I know there's a lot of things circulating online and damning issues like I don't usually scroll Facebook on my application sa phone. I do it on my laptop to, minimize it sa phone kasi parang ang easy access sa phone. Pero I do it on my laptop and oh my gosh, like, grabe ang For You page nating lahat. It's about everything. It's about all the issues. And I think we're all affected by this noise. And hopefully, this kind of platform and the way we talk about things will help you at least escape that, or at least put yourself in a different space, in a safer space. And yun lang, siguro be careful of what you hear, what you see online. Maganda man yung mga words sa mga nag-research na yan. But of course, do the due diligence to do your own research and to not just be swayed by what these people are saying online because it's easy to be swayed. But anyway, since I'm here, I have a lot of things to talk about since ang dami nangyari sa mga linggo ko na feeling ko hindi ko pa napapag-usapan ng mga past episodes. But there has been a lot of things that are happening in my life. And ang daming lessons then. First is, of course, I hosted my own workshop last last week of January. I have just defended my thesis. Yes, I did my undergrad thesis alone, which is like very a good a good testament of how hard I worked and how amazing God is. Kasi tinulungan niya akong matapos yun. I'm in the middle of a host of training for a marathon, half a marathon. And yeah, it's something I'm proud of kahit di pa nagsastart yung, or hindi pa tapos yung whole training. I just feel proud kasi for someone who is considered as lame, growing up, parang, wow, half a marathon. But yeah, pray for me that I get to finish it. Pero I think the highlight of today's episode is more of my realization for the past 2 weeks since I defended my thesis. So, it's a decision I personally made na mag-isa dun sa undergrad thesis ko. So, everybody of you know that I'm an irregular student and therefore I have a lot of blockmates ever since university years. So, I decided na baka lang naman, pwede na mag-solo ako sa undergrad thesis. And surprisingly, my research professor allowed me to do so. So, I took the opportunity to do it on my own, and I have just defended it last Monday. And it's amazing kasi during the whole process of the research, I felt like I'm supported by the universe. I'm supported by God, which is true. I received a lot of help. I have the best support systems. I have received help from one of my senior na parang kabatch ko din siya last senior high school. May mga napagtanungan din akong classmate. And, I didn't feel like I was alone during the whole journey. But when I was like defending it, like yung final thesis defense na, I felt helpless. I have to be honest. I felt sad. I felt like dun pa lang nagsisink in na, oh my gosh, ginawa ko tong mag-isa. And there's mixed emotions from there. I'm happy that I was able to defend it myself, but I'm also sad that I felt like helpless when the panels were asking me questions I don't know about, because there's like misaligned yung expectations with the results and everything. But yeah, it's a bit technical. I don't want to share it. Pero, yun lang, medyo may misalignment lang. Pero, anyways, it's defended. And I'm happy. Pero, yun nga, nung paalis na ako ng university library, I feel so supported kasi andun yung friend ko. Isa sa mga a friend na na-meet ko when I was in third year. So, siya yung secretary ko and then my advisor. Nung nasa jeep na ako, alam mo yung parang doon na nag-hit yung emotional toll and yung physical tiredness na na-feel ko while I was doing the research. Like, hindi ko siya na-feel eh. Like, na-feel ko na yung tension during the defense. Pero nung nasa jeep na ako, I felt like I wanna go back home. I wanna hug my family. You know, I wanna go back home. Pero dahil nga nag-apartment ako, I'm just all alone. It's it's a different feeling. And that's when it hit me that sometimes when you really wanted to prove something, when you really wanted to prove that you can do things, sometimes you've got to do it alone. And it doesn't mean na ikaw lang talaga mag-isa. Of course, you'll receive help. You'll receive help from people, from the universe. But at the majority of the journey, at the bigger picture, mag-isa ka lang talaga technically. And that's when I realized that success is just like that. So that is what this episode is all about. It's from my realization the past week, from training, from the thesis defense week, and from all that I've been doing. And hopefully you'll learn from this. So here are three lessons about success that I am, learning recently. So if you're ready, let's keep moving. By the way, before we ever get started on this exciting episode, if you are watching this episode before March 29, 2025, then I have an exciting announcement for you. I know 2025 got us all off guard, and if you're feeling a little lost or overwhelmed about where your life is heading this year, then this is for you. I will be hosting a live 3-hour quarterly review session this March 29, 2025, where I'll personally guide you through a step-by-step process to reflect, recalibrate, and create an execution plan for the next 90 days, or let's say quarter 2 of 2025. No more excuses. This is your chance to reset and take action. I've been wanting to host this for the longest time, and finally, we're conducting this online so everybody gets to attend. I want this to be the best experience for everybody. So this March 29, we will be covering a lot of amazing stuff, like how do you review what's working and not working on your life and on your business or whatever you're doing. How do you set clear and realistic goals for quarter 2? Yes, just for quarter 2. And how do you create an action plan that you'll actually follow? And of course, we will be including live coaching, an ebook, and an access to the replay. It's only for an affordable price, and trust me, this is the most valuable 3 hours that you'll invest in yourself this quarter. This is only going to be for a limited number of people, so make sure you grab your spot now at the link below. And this is the most exciting part. The first 10 people who get to register will get a 50% discount. You just have to check the discount code below. I'll see you there, and let's make your next 90 days the best quarter yet. Let's get back to the episode. The first thing is that the road to success will be a bit lonely. And that's the truth. Sometimes, pagiga ka na lang, like, after the day, you'll realize that the road to success, the road to the life you want, the road to the dreams that you want is lonely. And sometimes you need to have peace with that. You can't bring a lot of people with you because not everybody will get you. Not everybody will get to realize why you're hustling so hard, why you're grinding so hard, why you're working so hard. Not everybody will get you. And when you want to reach the top, you can't bring a lot of people with you. it's so hard to bring a lot of people with you. You get to choose who are these people na isasama mo sa taas. It could be your family. Pero sometimes, of course, they're not as supportive. Kasi they wanna keep you safe eh. They wanna keep you, not in a cage, but they wanna keep you safe. And they don't want you to feel disappointed. They don't want you to feel like you failed. So they wanna keep you safe. But yeah, in your journey to success, not everybody will get you. Not even your family, not even people close to you. Siguro yung mga tao lang na same kayo ng mindset when it comes to success. Same kayo ng definition of success. Maybe those people will get you, but not everybody. And you have to believe that it's only crazy until it works. Like people will keep telling you you're crazy for having that dream. A lot of people will tell you for being delusional for having that dream. Na masyadong matas yung pangarap mo. A lot of people will limit you. But it's only crazy until it works. And kapag nag-work na yan, people will ask you how. Will ask you how you did that. How you managed to do that despite all your responsibilities. How you managed to become successful given your stories, given your upbringings. So isn't it a good story to tell that you were able to do that? Even if yung mga nasa paligid mo doubted you to do that. And this might be a sad truth that I'm learning lately, that the road to success will be a bit lonely. But let's face it, hindi lahat ng gusto natin for ourselves, gusto din yon ng mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. And we can't bring them with us. We can't make them adjust for what we want because we have different preferences in life. Hindi tayo same ng wavelength when it comes to dreams, when it comes to priorities, when it comes to aspirations. And you have to respect that. And if you're going to just explain yourself to everybody else, mauubos yung energy mo. So instead of explaining yourself to people why you do this, why you're hustling so hard, just do the work. Because in that way, it's easier for you to climb or to take the stairs instead of convincing people who are not even willing to listen to you, who are even, close-minded. So yun lang, maybe this will also speak to you because this has been my realization lately. Like all the ideas, all the dreams that are in my head, like for me kasi they are vivid eh. I mean in any time in no time in the future I know I'll get there. But when you explain this to people na kilala mo pero syempre hindi niya kilala din yung personality mo kung gaano ka mag-work hard, it's hard to convince them. So don't tell them muna. You can be friends with your friends. You can be okay with your family. You can be okay or good with other people and still have different preferences when it comes to how you're going to make it. And it's possible. Like it's possible to be able to build that stable relationship with others, even if you know that they do not agree with you on certain aspects of your life. And that's hands down completely okay. And don't feel bad. The last thing I want is for you to feel bad na, sayang, hindi nila gusto yung gusto ko. Hindi gusto ng family ko yung dream course ko, hindi gusto ng partner ko yung aspiration kong to, hindi ganito yung gusto ng mga friends ko for me. I mean, it's not your job to convince them. It's your job to do the work and prove them wrong. Well, that's not the main goal, to prove other people wrong, but to prioritize what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. So I hope you're feeling that. In your journey to success, you've got to understand that it's going to be a bit lonely. Na may mga times na hindi ka makakasama sa family gatherings, may mga times na hindi ka makakasama sa gala ng barkada, may mga times na hindi ka makakasama on certain or family events. And that's the price you have to pay. That's the price you have to pay for wanting to become successful. If you're currently finding value in today's podcast episode, I'd truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to give this episode a 5-star rating, because in that way, you get to inspire others as well to be with us here, and your ratings and reviews help us reach more people, and it's helping me continue delivering meaningful content to everybody. The next thing that I'd like to share is I was, listening to this podcast episode by Alex Hormozy. If you know him, he is worth following. And there's this one phrase from him that I so love. Sabi niya, never have an ego for success. I was running 12K at that time, and I was stuck. I was really struck by it. Never have an ego for success. Meaning, you have to think of success like climbing a mountain. If you let your ego take over, you might start thinking na hindi ko kailangan ng tulong. I'm the best climber here. Kaya ko to. I don't need help. I don't need to check my gears. And I definitely don't need to listen to the tour guides and anyone. But that kind of thinking makes it easy to slip up, to miss a step, to fall. And when you don't have an ego for success, you realize that success isn't about proving you're better than everyone else. It's about growing, it's about learning, and staying humble. The moment you think that you've made it and stop listening, stop adopting, stop appreciating others, that's when things go downhill. And we do not want that. The fact that you have grown, the fact that you have learned, the fact that you have reach that peak, meaning it's the moment that you need to stay even humbler. Kailangan mas maging humble ka pa. So never have an ego for success. Like, okay lang if madapa ka. Okay lang if mali ka. Okay lang if may maraming mas magaling sa'yo. Never have an ego for success. And it's so hard to do that. Especially if nanggaling ka sa pinaka lowest moment ng buhay mo. It's so easy to be entitled, to know that you deserve respect, you deserve everything. But yun, maybe this number 2 is a reminder that it's okay to celebrate your wins as a successful person. It's okay to be proud of your progress, but always stay open to learning. No matter how successful you get, there's always more to explore. And the fact that you consider yourself successful, meaning mas madami pa dapat steps to take. Mas madami dapat lessons to realize pa and to go through. So that second. First is, yun nga, the journey to success or the road to success will be a bit lonely. Second is, never have an ego for success. And this, the third one, is something I'm so attached kasi sa podcast ko din to na pakinggan. You can choose to make something wrong or you can choose to make something perfect. And it's hard to make something perfect. Everything that we have ever wanted is within you. Therefore, make use of something that you have right now. When you wanted to be successful, you have to be resourceful. What's in front of you? What are the skills you can use? What are the networks you have, or who are the networks you have? What are the current experiences that you have? Make use of it instead of perfecting something. I always believe that you just have to do the work and don't ever make perfection as the goal. Allow the work to reveal itself as you go. Why? Because you have to, start somewhere. Like, you really have to start somewhere. And that starts with your attitude of being resourceful. So if you're resourceful, it's easier for you to make something out of what you have. And then eventually, if feeling mo kailangan mo ng ganitong skill, kailangan mo ng ganitong equipment, kailangan mo ng ganitong mga bagay-bagay, then that's when you only invest in that. But if you want to start somewhere. For sure, you can start somewhere. This is the story that I love sharing with everybody. Now, when I was just starting the podcast or video podcasting, it's a total mess. Like, walang ganitong setup. And if I waited for this moment, if I waited for everything to be perfect, I don't think we'd ever reach 500K streams, like 500,000 streams. If I waited for the perfect moment, if I waited for something or for things to be perfect, I don't think I've ever built this community kung nag-intay lang ako. Kung nag-intay lang ako na maayos yung equipment ko, na ganito, ganyan. Because when I was starting out, walang camera. Only like 2,000 pesos microphone. Nung nagsa-start ako, walang magandang background. Nung nagsa-start ako, the skill that I only have is speaking and editing voice. Kasi I have that experience with my boss before. So yun lang dalawa, and I make use of it. I don't have to publish video podcasting if alam ko hindi ko pa kaya. But eventually, nagkaroon ng camera, and then nagkaroon ng opportunity to have this kind of background, and we were able to publish reels then to promote the podcast, and it's all working perfectly right now. Maybe there's a lot of things to improve, pero comparing it to how we started 2 years ago, there's a lot of like improvements. And it's a proof that you can choose to make something wrong or you can choose to make something perfect. And it's okay to choose to make something wrong. Like, okay lang, because the work will reveal itself as you eventually go. And I don't want you to be, I don't want you to not start just because the conditions around you are not perfect. You know, prove yourself that you can start amidst adversity, amidst lack, amidst the hardship, amidst the noise. So it's easier for you to change the condition because you have changed the condition even before you started. Mas madali nang baguhin yung mga bagay-bagay when you're already there. When you have proven a lot, when you have built that consistency. So, success is always so subjective that you're allowed to redefine it. And as you grow, I hope your definition of success also do. I hope that as you take more information, as you learn more things, as you expose yourself to others, and as you see the world around you, I hope you also redefine what success looks like and what success feels like. Because I think if you're going to ask my younger version, success is simply having a house. Success is having a lot of money. Success is all things material. But as I grow older, I realize that success is more than that. Of course, success is part of that. That's the material sign of success. But there's also different signs of it that I also have to consider, like a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose, or being with my family, having a healthy body. That is what success looks like for other people. And hopefully, yun nga, habang natututo kayo, habang nag-aaral kayo, habang nag-travel kayo, habang tumatanda kayo, sana maisip nyo din na, sana mag-evolve din ang definition nyo ng success. And mind you, it shouldn't be the same definition that your parents have for you. Success is not something that your parents define. It's something you get to define. And ayun, I hope you silence the noise of what success means for everybody and increase that, little voice inside of you on what success really feels like and looks like. That's about it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's a quick episode, but thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you learned something, and I'd love to know your thoughts. If it's not too much, what do you think? What is your definition of success? And for the poll naman, what stuck with you the most? Is it the first one, the second one, or the third one? And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who might need a little encouragement. Maybe you have a friend who's been anxious lately about him or her being successful in life. Yeah, you might want to share this one with him or with her. And you can also share your takeaways on social media. I'm trying, guys, to reshare all of your stories. And again, this has been your friend and your host, Risha. Know that I'm grateful for you. I've always been. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you big time. I'll see you soon. And until then, don't forget to always keep moving. Bye.